This is Kevin Menton with Outside the Games. I'm here live on location here at Tigard High School. We have a player with us tonight, this evening. His name is Malcolm Stockdale, and he is a 2019 running back for Tigard High School. We are here on location here. If you've noticed behind us, it's a library. We don't have to be too quiet. There's no librarian to tell us to shh, be quiet. So that's nice. Thank you for being on our show, Malcolm.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. Yeah. We talk to student athletes, of course, Washington, Oregon, and California. Hashtag Student Athlete Strong. It's just another example of what we do to talk about student athletes that make stronger communities. Well, Malcolm, I tell you, it's been quite a year this year with Tigard High School. But to kind of get us started, we talk about family life and football, okay? So let's talk about family. Family for you, let's talk about basically your beginning. Mom and dad obviously have played a role in your life.
Definitely.
But for you, what helped you gravitate to the game of football? What was it about football that you liked about it, that really why you wanted to play?
Well, I started out playing baseball, and it was just like, playing baseball was really fun, and everybody loved seeing me steal bases and seeing the speed that I had doing
Quick,
that.
I bet, right.
Yeah, and after that, my brother, he was like, you need to try out for football. I see the way you're out here running the bases. And at first, I was scared, getting into football, but then I tried it out and instantly loved it. It just
grew on you, right?
Yeah.
Right off the bat. What was it? Was it about wearing the pads, putting on the cleats? Was it being on the field? You knew that you had speed. You knew you had that kind of talent. But were there things about it that you grew to love?
Definitely, and not even trying to sound cheesy or nothing, but the bond that you have with your team is, the bond that you have with the team is pretty much, obviously I love running touchdowns and I love doing that, but just when you're really playing for your friends and who you've grown up to play with, that's what really kind of seeing everyone click like that together is.
Oh, that's strong. That's
definitely
strong.
Yeah.
For you though, then that's good to know about how you loved the game of football in that way. How have your parents helped you to kind of stay grounded as you as an individual? Now, mom and dad both play different roles in your life, right? But let's just take dad, for example. How has dad helped you to stay grounded as a Malcolm Stockdale?
My dad's been there to, give me lectures on to keep up with stuff when my mom when I wasn't, didn't want to hear that from my mom. My mom goes to dad, and then dad will be right there to, definitely tell me, you need to stay on it,
Right.
But mom, she's played that bigger role for me, definitely.
Which is an important. So so to segue into that, what has mom done to kind of keep you grounded as Malcolm Stockdale?
She makes sure she stays up with stuff, having interviews or having things with my counselor and
with the school, right?
School counselor, school counselor, and just checking up on me and making sure that I have everything I need to succeed in sport and academics too. So
and that's important. Obviously, your mom and dad play a huge role in academics and really to make sure that you have all that you need, all the tools you need to be successful, right? Well, good. So let's talk about mentorship. We talk about that on the program. A lot of times there's mentors found in different times of your life. And they're good because it's kind of a thing of where there's student athlete challenges. There are challenges along the way, and we'll get into more about those challenges, but to kind of help you help guide you through life and some of the adversities maybe you face. Tell me who your mentors are and why.
One big mentor that I think and role model for me that I think off the bat is my older brother. His name's Malachi. He really got me into the game of football. He played football himself. And so
was he good?
He was good. He only played up to varsity level. But he definitely was good, and I watched him play growing up, and that definitely plays a big role.
That's a big part. It really seeing that older brother playing and how he handles things is interesting. Who else could you say were your mentor? Who's been a mentor for you?
Mentors, I have pretty much my brother and then my mom. She's just a mentor herself because I obviously want to do good for her. So
Right.
just
Want to make her proud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seeing her, work every day and do all this, it just drives me to be the best I can be.
Right. Somehow does dad fall in that too as well, right? As
Definitely.
being a mentor and takes you aside and kind of explains some things from a different light, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What about your position coach at Tigard
Yeah.
here? Has he been influential for you in the running back position?
Yeah, Coach Cuffle, he definitely has. He's been beside me throughout the whole season. If I have a bad play or if I end up, screwing up on something, he never lost faith in me, and that itself really kept me pushing. And it was more than just football because he's still helping me with recruiting stuff and looking for other schools so I can keep playing.
Right.
So definitely my running back coach and other coaching staff has played a big impact on my football career.
So, I mean, not only do they see talent on the field, but they also see talent in you off the field as well. So to kind of be that extra cheer section for you to kind of help you along with some of those things and finding schools or finding other opportunities, obviously really important. So that's good. Student athlete challenges. Now, we can take you back to Malcolm's time as a freshman, right? You've been here all 4 years, right here at Tigard High School. Take me back your freshman year. Take me what was that like? First starting as a freshman here in high school.
It was really interesting to see. I had no clue, no info on nothing because we moved here from Gresham.
Okay.
Gresham area. So coming here, none of my older brothers went to Tigard, or my older brother went to Tigard for 1 year.
Okay.
And so I really didn't know what I was coming into, and the one that didn't play football. So
Oh wow.
I didn't know what was gonna be happening, the bond that would really form, and the work that they really make you put in here. So it was really interesting to
Was it
see.
eye-opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really I don't know, kind of. It was definitely like a kick in the face because I didn't see it coming.
It's good to use adjectives. I mean, it's good to use strong words like that because it kind of shows our viewers to kind of say, hey, look, freshman year, not easy. I mean, first of all, you're transitioning from a grade school or middle school to a high school, lockers, big hallways, more serious teachers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're looking for your academic, you to be strong academically. But then there's counselors and principals and things of that sort, and they're a little bit different. And then the coaches, right? You get to look at the coaches. Have you been for you as far as that freshman year? How was it when you got to sophomore year? Did it feel like you had a little bit of a handle on some things?
Yeah, it felt like I was here, and it was more comfortable because I knew who I would be around.
Okay.
And who I could look up to, and because I still had seniors and people, I did look up to some of those seniors definitely.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to the mentor thing. I could have definitely one of the mentors I do look up to now that I'm realizing it is Joshua Allen.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of him, but
yeah. How in what way was he helpful for you?
He was the starting running back my sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
kind of took you underneath the wing a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and he was just definitely one of the best backs in state at the time, and just seeing him play and seeing him work hard was incredible. And seeing what he's doing now, he now has a scholarship to Colorado.
Wow.
And he's playing JC right now, so he'll be going there next year.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And
nice.
Yeah.
So, where did you find difficulty at though, freshman and sophomore? You had the kick in the face freshman year, but was there still more difficulty and more challenges your sophomore year?
Yeah, definitely. There's always challenges coming.
Yeah.
So there's definitely challenges with.
Were they any different though from freshman to sophomore year?
Any different? Yeah, they're different in a way because I kind of had things handled more. I knew what would be coming and what to expect. But there was definitely challenges, like kind of just like continuing to stay to stay on what I need to do, such as like working out, studying, doing my homework, and that was just something that carried on from freshman to sophomore.
Right, right. Consistency seems to be the word that I think about.
Yeah.
Trying to, and because that's the hardest thing for anybody. You can take an adult, consistency can be an issue, maybe at their job or whatever. But for you, from freshman to sophomore year, trying to remain consistent and kind of get through some of those hardships and challenges obviously was something that you're trying to do. Now you're a junior. Let's look at your junior year as a high school. So you have freshman and sophomore year underneath the belt, underneath your belt. Now you have junior year. What was that like?
Junior year was definitely felt like I was set. I was where I was supposed to be. Tigard High School they really have some students and teachers and players that will really bring you in, and I felt like now it's my turn to pay forward.
Yeah.
And, help other people. But I felt like with consistency, I knew that it was going to be my last 2 years here. I need to start definitely taking everything more serious.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, studying and working out. I definitely needed to up my work ethic, and
yeah, I mean, it was like, because there's the balance to that, right?
Yeah.
You have not only one running back in the state of Oregon had to say this about it, Elijah Elliott, who's a running back for Central Catholic. He had to say this about time management. Something about time management. It was kind of hard to do, hard for him to handle. And how is time management for you when you're trying to, do schoolwork and find the time, and then also trying to prepare for teams and be ready on the field?
Yeah, time management is probably something that every student athlete struggles with at some point. And it is hard going between when I need to be working out, when I need to be studying, or when I have to focus on plays or what I need to do for my football team.
Right.
Definitely challenges that I'll always be working on that, because time management is something that you must have under control.
Right.
So
right. With that, now you are here in your senior year. Take me through what your senior year was kind of like for you. Now you're a starting running back, right?
Yeah.
At Tigard High School, and tell me what that was for you, scholastically, now also on the field.
It was really pretty much everything I wanted from freshman year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I got the majority, like most all reps, and it was really fun, and I was really doing it for my team. I really felt like at that point, all the hype didn't matter as long as I kept getting done what I needed to get done for the team to keep playing.
Right.
And it was a blessing to have, coaches and family and players stand right behind you on something like that.
Right, that is big. Now, with that, has there ever been anything else that's been kind of challenging for you? Sometimes when you look at student athletes, social media seems to be a big thing. How to handle, things like the social media platforms. Have you felt that's been a big, challenge to you, for you, Malcolm?
Yeah, it's been a challenge. I often learn how to control my social media and how I should be handling myself on there. Definitely had to make a few changes when I started, making a name for myself.
Right.
You definitely have to make changes, and
people are watching, aren't they?
Yeah, I started noticing people are starting to watch. Like, if I have some goofy name on my Twitter handle and then reporters are tagging me, I'm like, oh, that's a goofy
that doesn't
name.
look good.
Yeah.
Or a tweet. Could be a tweet of sensitive material or something like that that's maybe on the verge of, there's been college coaches that have said that anything that has to do with, harsh, if it's racial slurs, or if it's something of like, demeaning, or, just, violent type stuff. Obviously, some coaches, coaches don't really believe in that. And so it takes a person to recognize what to change, right?
Yeah.
So you noticed you had to do a little bit of that.
It just formed. It kind of just like I started recognizing that I was getting that recognition
Attention
over
too, yeah.
attention over over social media, and I had to do what was necessary, you know, which is not hard because
Right.
it's part of growing up, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
How is Malcolm Stockdale when it comes to test taking?
Test taking.
Yeah.
Man, test taking. I just like any other student, you
Yeah.
know, I get nervous. Definitely
Right.
get a little sweaty. Don't want to be
Especially
here.
the pop ones, right? The pop quizzes or tests that come up. But have you felt that you've kind of improved in a way from freshman to now your senior year?
Definitely.
On how to handle and navigate that versus eyes wide open and you're like, whoa, this is all new to me. But now you've kind of gone through that the last 3 years, now your senior year, and you kind of have a little handle on that.
Yeah, you kind of just you figure out what you need to like focus on and prepping you for the test taking and all that. You realize what information that you have to have and the information that's going to be on the test and then what's not going to be on the test. And then once you're there, you'll be sweating for a little bit, but then you realize, hey, I know this one. Eliminate this question, and I know it's
right.
one of these two. It has to be this one.
Narrow it down.
Narrow it down.
But prepping for the test as well, right? Something that you've gotten better at?
Definitely. Throughout freshman to senior year, prepping for it has been big. That is big.
Yeah.
Because like, why wouldn't it be?
Right, exactly.
And just realizing that.
Yeah.
Realizing that.
Right. Now, for you, when you're talking about some of the adversities and challenges you may face, what about from a standpoint of, is there some pressure kind of getting to know other students? Would that be a little bit of a pressure, you think?
Getting to know other, just classmates?
Classmates, yeah.
Little bit, because you want to know everybody. You want to know, you want to feel comfortable in your classroom,
Right.
and when you're taking a test or when you're taking notes, or if you need somebody to back you up if you miss notes, or just getting to know everybody, like everyone around you is.
Now, with your football team, has it been a thing of where they balance it out with making sure that there is time for the football team or for the student athletes to have study time? Do you guys do that as a team, or do you not do that as a team?
We don't do that as a team, but if anybody needs to study, all the coaches are understanding. They'll let them, hey, you need to go to the library, go to your teacher's classroom, and then come to practice, and we'll catch you up, whatever. And even the coaches, our head coach, Coach Rooker, is he was a math teacher.
Okay.
So he's always like, you guys need something, come to me.
Right.
And help like that is great.
A couple things. What's your favorite class right now that you're taking?
Favorite class? I'm taking English, Lit, and Film.
Okay.
That's probably
you like
my
that?
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning about like how to script movies and how to different camera angles and stuff
You like the
that.
media.
Yeah.
A little media stuff, something, right? Yeah. With that, I mean, that's good. Are you the type of student that sits in the back or the front of class?
On the first day, I'm probably gonna sit in the back, but it depends on the teacher. If I really try to build a relationship with the teacher, and I'll move up.
Okay.
And teachers, they'll make sure, they'll look out for me and
good.
end up moving me up.
No, that's good. So you now with Tigard High School went to the playoffs. Tell us what it means to you right now. And it may hurt not to be in the playoffs.
It's fine.
How does it feel? I mean, quite a season you guys had. And,
Thank you.
And I think the thing is what did you first learn about this season and about yourself?
First thing I learned is that being a senior in our senior group that we had, it's us. Most of the seniors start. Coach Rick always says the seniors lead. The seniors are going to take this team as far as the team can go.
Right.
And so I learned that I really brought out the leadership in me and what it took to really get the younger guys to buy into what we all want to accomplish.
Interesting.
And being in the playoffs, it was definitely every day, every week, I realized how much a blessing it was. Definitely this year being my last year is like, hey, there's teams that didn't even get to play the first week.
That's true.
And then the next week, there's teams that just lost their game,
I mean, you had your season extended to some extent. I mean, that's interesting. For you as a player, though, as a person and a player, what was the most important thing that you noticed you developed? Leadership was one.
Yeah, leadership,
what's some other things?
Work ethic.
Yeah.
I know that I need, and that played a part into leadership, because
okay.
working harder made everyone else want to work harder, and they didn't want to get showed up, so being competitive and really putting in hard work it connects all the dots. So
yeah, they all work together, right? What did you learn about your teammates?
They're a bunch of funny guys, a bunch of funny people.
When you reflect back, I mean, obviously through the season, there were some probably moments where you kind of can pinpoint one moment or two or a couple, but learning something about them.
Yeah, they're really funny. They'll give it they're loyal, and like they'll give their all for you, and they always had my back. I knew that for sure throughout the whole season, no doubt. That I knew that those guys would, especially my line. I knew that they would.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, they would give it all. The way they were playing, they would give it all for me.
You had holes, man. That is like, you had some holes to be able to get through. That's important. You always give something to your lineman, right? The line itself. Was that something that is it important for a running back to build that relationship with their lineman, their offensive line?
Yeah, it is, because they want to be blocking for someone that they enjoy and someone that they really connect with. Just like
appreciates them, right, too.
Yeah, just like how I want to be running for someone that that appreciates me and that really connects with me too. So
totally,
it does play a big part. A running back connecting with their line.
What this season? What would you have done differently?
What would I have done differently? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would have.
And it could be you or as a team.
As a team.
It could be you personally. Let's take that. What could you have done differently to, you think, be more successful this season?
I'd say I could have worked on my getting bigger in the weight room.
Body.
Yeah, I could have worked in the weight room stronger.
Right. Now take your team.
And my team, I think we really did work hard, but you can never really work hard enough. So I think
It always seems to be the thing, right?
Yeah. Working harder, and not taking any practice for granted, because just like how teams weren't playing, some players weren't playing because of injuries or whatever the case.
Well, and the thing about a student athlete too, even an athlete on the field, is that you just don't know when your last time is.
Yeah.
Right.
Last play.
Right.
Anything.
Totally. And so it's almost like this thing of like when you hear somebody say, "Man, give it your all." They literally mean it. They literally mean it.
And that's something that I learned throughout high school. Like going freshman year, I was like, oh, I got 3 years. And then when it was junior year.
So you fell for that trick, right?
Yeah. Senior year, I was
Time goes by.
Senior year, I was like, I don't know, this could be my last play.
Right.
So definitely that pushed me.
But to get as far as you did with your teammates, how'd that make you feel?
It felt great. I would have loved to go further than we did, and we came just short. But going as far as I did, I would love to play another 13 games with that team.
Totally. Yeah, I could see that. I'm feeling that way. Your competitive spirit, right? So let's talk about 7-on-7. Now, you don't play any 7-on-7, but do you feel that 7-on-7 is something that can really help an athlete in general?
Yeah, definitely. All positions, I think, because how wouldn't it help if you're on the defensive side, And then as a tailback, It could really,
A skilled position, right?
yeah, a skill position. It could really work on your, your hands and working on all assets of your game. So
Okay.
7-on-7 is.
How does Malcolm Stockdale feel about his quarterback? How much did your quarterback mean to you this year?
My quarterback, it was such a blessing watching him play. He was a freshman last year. He was our freshman starting quarterback.
Okay.
And then seeing him go up to a sophomore, Drew Carter, he was just the way I seen him getting smarter was definitely impressive. And I know that he's gonna be
You'll be keeping an eye on him, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
growth.
try.
Would you say growth was pretty cool?
Yeah.
To see him.
Yes.
Yeah.
His growth was insane.
Right. If there's one, let's talk about you in a sense of your strengths. When people get to see Malcolm Stockdale as a football player, what are some strengths that you think stand out about you?
I think strengths is I'm gonna work hard. I know that if I want to keep playing football, that's gonna have to come. So I'm gonna work hard. My speed, obviously, I'm gonna always keep improving on my speed too, because I can always be faster.
Right.
And I think a really good thing as a running back that I have is my vision. Yeah, vision plays a big part as a tailback. And once I figured that out going from sophomore year to varsity, I understood that I need how to set up stuff, like somebody's coming this way, I have a blocker.
Right, how do I use it?
How do I use it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Being small, right?
Definitely.
Some say he's too small to play. Well, what do you say to those naysayers out there that say that Malcolm Stockdale is too small to play football?
I'm not even trying to be cocky. I say, watch my highlights. I've played against big players before. I've played behind big players, and I'm gonna work on my build, obviously, but I don't have a problem with being small because, I want to be that. I love being that underdog, that underrated, so.
Off the radar, they don't know much about, but they're gonna know, right? You want to show them.
You see my play, I could take hits.
There you go.
I've took a couple hits.
You've taken some, right? I'm thinking you're thinking through your head what hits.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Definitely thinking of some, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of players don't like to talk about this though, but for you, Malcolm, if there is a weakness that you have that you can get better at in the next level, and even now, summertime, getting ready for the next level, what would that weakness be that you could work on?
You're talking about on the field?
On the field, yes.
On the field. Probably what we were just talking about, my being a smaller, maybe I definitely could get some better hands. All season they were just handing me the ball. I need to work on my catching. Catching
out of the backfield kind of thing?
Yes.
Right? And what to do, well, you pretty much know what to do afterwards, obviously run, but there's an aspect of how to catch and be effective in catching, right? What about in the classroom?
In the classroom, weaknesses is like you were talking about with your previous interview, time management is just getting my stuff done and being able to, communicate with teachers. I feel like that I need to communicate with teachers and counselors about what I need to do and how I need to do it.
So more of rather than being reactive to it, being proactive to it, right? Trying to step up really quick and just initiate that communication with them, right?
Yeah, consistency. I need to push myself in that that area.
Yeah. What about strengths for you in the classroom? What's Malcolm's strengths in the classroom? There's got to be some. I know that.
I'm not gonna let myself get too far behind.
Yeah.
I'll do my work, and if I need to get my grades up or whatever, I'll be the first one in that classroom.
Okay.
And I'll try to do whatever to understand and get whatever I need to do done.
Yeah. Would you say that Malcolm Stockdale is coachable?
Definitely. I think so.
Give me an example of what it meant for you to be coachable. Was there a time during the season when there was a little adversity, you hit the wall, and you found yourself that, boy, I really need to step up here?
Yeah, just as simple as running a play. We tried running a play and it wasn't working. During the first half, at halftime, coach pulled me aside. Hey, you're doing this wrong. You need to fix it, and we're having the linemen do this. You need to do this. And then that next half, the plays that we were running for like 6 yards, 7 yards, started breaking for 15, 20, just because of a simple fix that I had to do.
Yeah, interesting how that works.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Interesting how that works. Do you feel that you can play on the next level?
I think so. I think I could. I think obviously there's stuff to work on and there's things to work on, but there's some good players, some definitely good defensive players in Oregon and OSAA. I could sit here and I could name a bunch, and I think I matched up well against them. So some top recruits. So hopefully that I could do that and show that in the next level.
And I think the thing is too is that with the fact of you on the field and how your play is on the field, there's also an aspect of how you are in the classroom. What is your goal for your GPA this year?
My goal?
To try to do?
Yeah, my goal is to definitely get my GPA up to 3.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.2 is probably where I'm looking at, and I'm a definitely
do what it takes. Huh?
Yeah, do what it takes.
You want to close out strong, right? So one thing I think the viewers here with Malcolm Stockdale, have gotten to know about you. And if you're just joining us again, this is Malcolm Stockdale, class of 2019, running back from Tigard High School, who really I think was, there had been some chatter, as it were, about you being underestimated as a player, getting the touches, getting the touchdowns, your playmaking ability. But how did that feel when you started to garner some of that attention and some of that recognition?
It felt good. If it was I'm too small, I'm too this, I'm too that, or if it was, hey, you guys need to check it out. Any of them.
Right.
One time someone said, hey, this so-and-so said you're overrated. And I was like, really? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I
didn't expect that.
Yeah, I must be something for somebody to think I'm overrated.
Right,
so, cool.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How have your parents helped through this whole process of, from freshman year to senior year, and now dealing with the football aspect of thing on the field and even the classroom off the field? How have they kept you, Malcolm Stockdale, grounded?
My mom, she's there, and she's there to anything I say. If I'm like, hey, I need this, I need a tutor, I need that, I need a personal trainer, she'll drop everything that she needs just to get me that. And that's just out of love, not even just from, seeing my talent on the field. Even if she thought that I was just like the worst player, I feel like she would drop anything to give me that extra help. So
yeah, that's important. How would your coach describe Malcolm Stockdale?
Running back
We'll
coach.
We'll take the running back coach and we'll take the head coach.
Okay.
Start with the running back coach.
I think he would say I'm like a workhorse. I'm gonna keep grinding and getting those yards that I need to until I eventually break something, and then I keep going. I rarely got subbed out, and I try to push myself as much as I can. I'd have to be really hurt for me to come out.
Well, they relied on you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your head coach?
My head
what would
coach,
he say about you?
He would say something like,
I know there's got to be something. This is going to get good.
Yeah, he'd say something like, I'm a very hardworking young man that needs to, that probably needs to work better in the classroom and work better in I can definitely improve in the weight room also. And I feel like he would give me something around the answer.
Is that something that, again, you're going to finish strong in the classroom, but is that something that you can also work on? Is that something you're going to one of the goals you have is to get stronger in the weight room? Is that something you're doing?
Yeah, definitely.
You're continuing to do now, and if probably summertime as well, right?
I definitely have my goals in the weight room.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you, this has been Malcolm Stockdale, and I tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Again, we talked to many different student athletes, especially ones like this in a sense, in the settings. There are different settings like the library and other things. But it's been a pleasure to have you on our show to get to know you as a person and as a player, as we do know that student athletes make stronger communities. It's very true. Tell me this, has there been something that you felt that you've been able to offer, say, the community?
The community? I think what my coach always says is, he hates to say it, but the football players are the most popular around the community. And I think that just, being responsible when you think no one's watching is, that definitely
kind of out in the public too, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle yourself out in public and, maybe at a restaurant or maybe at a, is that some of that too?
Yeah. I always
how you carry yourself?
Yeah, I always remind my friends if they're being a little obnoxious or whatever that, we always remind each other actually, we'll remind like, hey, we're Tigard. Like some people know us and some people see us wearing our stuff. We gotta set a standards, for everyone, because
don't know who's watching.
Yeah, you don't know who's watching.
Yeah, we want to make sure we give our best, right? Well, I appreciate you being on our show, Malcolm. And I tell you, it was a pleasure just to get to know you as a student and then as a player on the field at Tigard High School. But we're not done. There's this thing called the Quick Blitz. I don't know if you know about it, but I'm telling you, we're going to get to know Malcolm Stockdale in person. Favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza, what kind?
Pepperoni pizza.
That seems to be a favorite.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut? Okay, so there is a place that you like. Favorite dessert?
Brownies.
Brownies? Okay.
Yeah.
They got to be hot, fresh out of the oven?
Yeah, the corner piece. Yeah.
He broke it down. The corner piece. What is it about the corner piece of the brownie?
It's I don't know. It's not too hard, but it's not too soft. It's just perfect.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I usually go for the middle, but hey, corner. Hey, I'm not going to argue. Favorite musical artist right now that you're listening to?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
That DNA, a lot of stuff with that Black Panther album.
Yeah, I've met him before too.
Have you?
Yeah, I've met Kendrick. He was on his damn tour in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And I went to
you
that.
went to that. And was it after the concert?
It was before the concert.
Before the concert. So
yeah,
meet and greet?
Meet and greet.
Oh,
got
wow.
a picture.
You got a picture? So somehow there is a picture of Malcolm and Kendrick Lamar. Be on the lookout for that, I'm sure. That get a lot of hits. Did you put that out already?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Must have got some good hits. Favorite cleat to wear, my friend?
This year, my dad bought me some Jordan cleats, Jordan 11 cleats. I had I had the black ones and I had the white ones.
All right, all right. Both?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, it's black and white. That's okay.
Yeah.
Favorite shoe to wear?
Favorite shoe?
Let me guess, Jordan 11s.
Jordan 11?
No.
No, it's not a shoe, but I wear a Gucci flip-flop. I wear my Gucci flip-flops.
Okay.
Right?
All right, Gucci flip-flops. Comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comfortable.
So that's the first time on outside the games, the show itself, we've heard Gucci flip-flops. So, hey, Gucci may want in on this.
Yeah. For real.
Favorite car to drive if you were to drive a car?
What
would you want? What would you want to drive?
That's a good one. Probably Ferrari. Just any type of Ferrari.
Color?
White, black. White or black.
He's got to have a Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
He's got to have a Ferrari. I got you. Favorite movie you just saw? Well, what's the last movie you just saw?
Last movie I just saw. What was it? It might have been. I don't know, but I know Black Panther.
In the theater?
Black Panther.
In Black Panther?
Yeah. I seen Black Panther a few months ago.
Okay.
And that was an amazing movie. That's by far one of my favorites.
One of your favorites, okay. Apple or Android, and why?
Apple. Apple.
We always ask the student athlete, have you ever had an Android phone?
Yes, I actually have one right now. I want an Apple.
You want an Apple. So I know Christmas is coming.
Yep.
Anybody that knows Malcolm Stockdale, I'm sure he would love to have an Apple phone.
Yes,
So
yes.
iPhone itself. So that's good to know. You would prefer that, I'm sure. Now let's get serious here for a little minute here. If you were running late somewhere and you had to be somewhere on time, would you call or text, and why?
I'd say it depends. It depends on who, because if it's the coach, I'm probably gonna. I would know. I should know if I'm gonna be late or not. I'd text my coach a huddle message that I'm gonna be late, but it really just depends. Calling would probably be best to let them know. You either just take responsibility. Hey, I'm late. I overslept. Whatever. But
right. Well, that's good. One of these questions we always ask a student athlete: if Malcolm Stockdale, if there was one thing that you could help influence the world on, if you had that power to influence, what would that one thing be?
It'd be to not judge people, because everybody has their way of getting to where they want to be. You know, maybe sometimes people have to take different routes that might seem less at the moment.
Sure.
But everybody has their way to get up. So I'd be just like not judging people on their, on their way up, or not judging people on
how
what
they go
have to
about
do.
it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. If you had to, let's talk fun now. If you had to decide on a place to travel, somewhere in the world you would love to go to travel, where would that be?
California.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the beach is nice there. And
Palm trees, beaches, sun.
Yeah. I know it'd all be nice there. So.
Is there a part of California would you prefer?
Not really. No,
just LA?
Just LA. Yeah, I know it's gonna be.
Because everything's around,
Yeah, and it rains all the time here, so now I gotta get by the sun.
I got you. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Really?
Definitely PlayStation. I have a PlayStation, and I love it, and I think it's way better than Xbox.
And what game is inside? What's one of your favorite games to play?
NBA 2K.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm playing football and all this, but
Madden. Right.
Yeah, but I'm a big NBA basketball fan.
Oh, okay.
That's what I watch, and that's what I.
So obviously there's a handle out there that you do. If anybody want to match you up on NBA 2K, right?
Yeah, Cracular Coot 300. It's a weird name. You gotta just figure out
find
how to
it. Okay, first they have to figure out how to find it, spell it. Yeah, good luck with that. Just wish you luck on that one. Are you a hat guy? Would you have a lot of hats?
No,
would you say?
I don't wear hats. This is too much because my hair just puffs it up way too much.
Right.
So
Okay. All right.
I've never been a hat guy.
Are you the kind of guy that has a lot of shoes in his?
I recently
boxes?
started stacking up shoes.
You started stacking up shoes, like making building blocks.
Yeah.
I got you. Too funny. Are you a shorts guy or pants guy?
Shorts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why, again, California was mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And if I'm wearing pants, I'm wearing shorts under my pants because they're just convenient.
There you go. That's right.
If somebody wants to play me in basketball, I got my shorts. If I have to do a quick workout, I have my shorts.
If somebody, we talk about this because, on the next level, you're getting ready for college and kind of figuring out what you want to do with your life. I mean, to some extent, it's a little early, but you kind of give you a hypothetical. If somebody gave Malcolm Stockdale $50,000 to open up a business, entrepreneurs, really big today, what business would that be?
It'd probably be a business for students that struggle in school, because I know that
kind of like a nonprofit of some sort, would it be, or would it be something of where
an
academic curriculum of some sort?
It'd be nonprofit because Just giving kids resources to learn, because there's some kids with learning disabilities that don't even that can't control that, and
Gotcha.
you know, some kids they need help, so need extra help. You know, I need extra help a lot of times myself,
Right.
and just opening just like something like that would be great.
Okay. So last question for you, and I know you'll get this right because Malcolm Stockdale, he's a senior and he knows better. A scuff mark on your shoe, your best shoe, what would you rather have? A scuff on your shoe that's marked up your shoe. You know about shoes, right? Or being on Outside the Game show, what would you prefer?
I'd rather have a scuff on my shoe.
You'd rather have a scuff on your shoe? You don't want to be on our show?
Oh, I thought you meant.
Aha!
No.
Yeah, yeah.
I meant if I have to get a scuff on my shoe.
You don't want a
be
scuff
on
on
the
your
show.
shoe. Yeah, no. If you had to choose either or.
Oh, okay.
Would
I'd
it be a
rather be on
scuff
the
on your
show.
shoe or would it be on the Outside the
There's
Game
not
show?
a lot of things I would take over being on the show.
So it would be on Outside the Game show.
Definitely.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, I tell you, Malcolm Stockdale, put your stock in the Stockdale right here. I tell you, Malcolm is somebody that's very special as a student athlete. Again, hashtag student athlete strong. And I think the thing is we've gotten to know him as a person and a player. And he's working really hard in the classroom and he's working really hard off the field to improve and be better. And that's one thing, again, with student athletes, helping in the community as well, making stronger communities is an important thing. So I tell you, we wish you the best. We appreciate you being on Outside the Game show.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was wonderful to have you. So keep this name in your books, and I tell you, be on the lookout for Malcolm Stockdale out there. Again, he'll be out to the next level somewhere in a college program. So be on the lookout for that. Again, definitely. My name is Kevin Menton with Outside the Games. Malcolm Stockdale. Thank you for watching.